Congratulations. Bach, Mozart, Slacks, Kale Pectate, and
They got a taco out there flavored that. Taco shell.
Really?
Yeah, Pepto-Bismol. It might as well be chalk.
That's what I'm saying. He'll just eat chalk. We promised this. I can't wait. Let me get in line to get me some. Hope I don't have to wait overnight. That just sounds nasty, Charles. I'm sorry, man.
It does.
So this man and this woman taking care of their feeble aunt. She is a nasty, vicious, mean, vindictive woman. Terrible person to be around, but she's at the end of her life. 3 years they take care of her.
Yeah.
Finally, she dies. On the way home from the funeral, the husband looks at the wife and said, I have no idea how I made it them 4 years living with your nasty, vicious.
Hmm.
Did you catch it yet?
Not really. Not awake.
It wasn't their aunt. It wasn't their aunt.
Oh, man.
It was just a nasty, mean, vile woman. My aunt. My aunt. My aunt.
At least this one I can make money from.
Well, let me see what I got back up here. I have no backup in wheat. One load of barley, which I can sell right now for $7.62 and will. Oh, not even a load of, well, by the time I get done picking it up, I'll have more than a load of canola. And almost 2 loads of soy. So it sounds like what, 50,000, 140,000, and looks like about $500,000 I have in the silos. I have 78,000 in cash.
Alright, we got that windmill up. Cool. The only one that's gonna bring income, the rest of them, I don't understand it.
What's to understand?
Oh, they have some windmills strategically placed on this map. But and once you buy that piece of property with them on, those windmills don't give you a payout.
Oh, so you still don't own the windmill. You own the property, but not the
I own the property, but I don't own the windmill. But the one windmill I got does give me an income. Okay, I need to paint this back up. John Brock, how are we doing today?
Ask John Brock if he's ever heard of Jimmy Brock.
Don't know.
I'm sure he can hear me, right?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Can he hear me now?
Lionheart's online. Cool.
Jimmy Brock was a famous singer in the 60s, 50s, and 60s.
No, he don't know who it is.
Well, I know him personally. But Jimmy Brock, if you look him up, was a famous singer in the 50s and 60s. Had like 4 or 5 albums. I wouldn't call him Mel Torme, you know what I mean? But he was known for his genre, which was basically folk music, which was pretty popular back then. Either you were listening to jazz, big band, or folk. So.
There's Lionheart.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, man. What's going on, bro?
Oh man, I went to bed about 5 o'clock this evening. I'm not gonna get online until Funny Bone. I'm not gonna get online and go to bed.
Hey.
Passed out at 7 out here, or passed out at 5 out here. Woke up at 7, went back to bed, and went to sleep about 8:30. Thinking it's 6 a.m. I look at the clock, it's 12:43. I'm like, oh hell.
Oh wow.
Lionheart.
Yeah.
You are aware that I delete everything on my messages and notifications like once a week, right? Because I get so many of them. Bro, I'll have like 100 messages at the end of the week. I just delete all of it. And then I just start new parties and stuff. Yeah, don't be offended by anything like that. That's just silly. That's nothing personal. That's all bad saying I'm not going one by one deleting all these things. I'm just deleting all of them.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Just select all. Boom, all of them are deleted.
Are you talking about the
notifications and messages? Both of them have it. Just hit select all, and then boom, all of them are gone. And it's just very easy.
Because it takes a long time for some of that, especially if I've been in a group for, let's say, 30 days or more.
Yeah.
It takes a long time for all those pictures to render in to come down through there for me to see what they did today.
Yeah, well, that's why I delete everything. Everything goes in a week's time, man. Everything. You know, the only thing that stays up there is if I have to make a report, the report stays up there. I can't get rid of that for like 30 days or something like that. But I don't have to make reports very often, so thank God for that. It's not like the old days where I was dealing with PlayStation Home all the time. Yeesh. Matter of fact, the last report I had to make was for an avatar. The avatar's description was, I like 13-year-old boys, and he was a 50-year-old man. His name was Be In You Soon. He had to go. He had to go. When I contacted Sony, I told them straight up, and this is dead truth, man. I told them straight up, I said, listen, whatever this guy does now is your responsibility because you've been told. So either get rid of this guy or, you know, report this guy to the FBI, or I'm going to report you for not reporting him.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was really serious about that one. You know, that one, I wasn't arguing with Sony about that one. That one was going. And the reason I had to make that argument is I didn't press for a ban on the account. I pressed for a ban on the IP address. And that's a completely different thing. You know what I mean? That means that nothing from that IP address is coming back. Permanently done. Permanently done. And I felt like there was no choice in that matter. Like there was just, this is just what had to be done, and that's just the way it is, and life goes on. What would you think, Lionheart?
No,
You
Charles,
want a
what
guy
about...
like that? You want a guy like that running around?
No.
No, me neither.
Charles, what if people are new to YouTube and they don't know what to do?
What do you mean?
On Charles' video at the bottom it says, thank you for your support. You know what to do. Well, what if they're new to YouTube and don't know what to do?
You see what I got back on the, you see what I got written on the bottom of mine?
No.
I wrote, Facebook and Twitter can F off.
Oh, yeah.
That's because people said they were putting my stuff up on Facebook and Twitter. I said, yeah, I bet you don't do that no more. I'll put a stop to that. Should I go back and do this one stupid row? I got nothing but time, why not? What map are you working on now, Lionheart?
I'm not, essential, Patrick.
Alright. I'm gonna go back and do some more work in Smoky Mountain. Do you still have that map loaded on 17?
Smoky Mountain, it's a forestry.
Loggings.
It's a forestry map.
No.
Yeah, you can't get it if you don't have it, unless you're on
Yeah.
PC, which does me no good.
No.
I still got more logging to do on that.
That figures. Dismiss.
What a pain this field was. I had to plow this time and pick up the straw. Makes the field take a real long time, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm far away from dropping cows though. I still don't know how far away I am because I still gotta buy 2 more pieces of equipment and I don't have any grass yet at all. It's still growing. I'm gonna need at least a couple loads of grass, a couple loads of silage, and a couple loads of hay. You know, I want to have at least somewhere around 500,000 pounds on the ground of each of them.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm gonna stop by dropping 100 cows. It's not like I'm gonna be dropping 20 cows, you know?
Yeah.
And you know what that
Charles,
means.
What?
Well, what do you figure? I figure I'm gonna go through 100,000
man.
pounds of each of them. Lionheart dropping 100 cows, right?
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's gonna be some food right there to start them out.
I guess you saw that, John, huh? Messed up my grass field. Yes,
sure
I
did.
did.
I went driving on the quadricycle on this map and hit a bump and landed in the pond.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Drive around in the pond.
On this map here?
Yeah, on that map. Yeah.
Wow. It's a cool little map. I like it.
Do you?
Yeah.
yesterday, all bad. I was
Yes,
up at, what time did I get up? I got up at about 4:30 in the morning thinking
Yeah.
it was 6:30, 7 o'clock a.m.
Oh,
So I was like, oh man, and I was wide awake, couldn't get back to sleep, so I got online. Seen you were online and Tiny was online, so I figured I'd jump in the party and see who jumps in, and ended up playing online with Charles at about 10 a.m.
oh.
and then went back to bed at 10 a.m.
You guys went for 6 hours?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive, man.
And I streamed 3 of them.
Man. That is impressive.
I streamed it. He recorded videos. The evidence
Last
is online.
I fell asleep at like midnight and woke up after 12 noon. I slept over 12 hours, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, by the time it was time to stream, you know, I had company here at the house I had to deal with, but, you know, I could have come on and right around midnight, you know, just a little short of midnight, but that guy wore my brain out. I mean, I was like Fraggle Rock, you know? Yeah, I was done.
I remember that program.
Yeah, I was done, man. There was no way. I used to love that program. They didn't run it very long, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no
Alright.
way I was going to be trying to chat with anybody, man. My brain was cooked. Well, if I crashed for 12 hours, you had to know I was fried.
Yeah.
I haven't slept for 12 hours in a long time.
Oh, it wasn't a good sleep. I'm not going to tell you I woke up refreshed, because I didn't. I woke up almost as tired as when I went to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't a refreshing sleep at all. Oh, no. Oh, good, there's a way out.
Alright. I got some crop I can harvest. Field 9 has corn in it. Looks like field 13. No. Field 20. I think it is. Let's park right here by this side.
All right, I finally caught up.
Ryan.
So I took your advice, all bad, and instead of live streaming, I've been making a lot of videos and uploading them.
Right. It worked for DJ, man. You know,
Yeah,
the live streaming that I do, and I've been doing it, me and DJ started 1 month apart. I started 1 month before he did. I started in like March, and he started in like April. All right, we both met each other pretty close when we started. Within 3 months, we knew each other. He did not even have 100 subscribers yet when I met him. You know, and the way he did it with that, you know, he's got what, 30, 40, 50,000 people following him, and I've got 10. I've got 10. So just by that example, you can see that, you know, DJ took a much better path than I did.
Yeah. Well, his channel really exploded after he went to PC.
Well, it exploded before he went to PC. He already had 20,000 people before he jumped over to PC. What helped him also was he was uploading onto Facebook and stuff as well. You know, which I'm not doing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't cherish my Facebook account. I don't like it, so I don't use it.
I've got mainly family on Facebook. Got my close friends on there, but mainly,
I dumped
mainly family.
Facebook. I completely blocked it from my phone 100%.
Wow.
Now every time I get an ad, it's Facebook asking me to come back. And of course my answer is always the same. Sure, I'll be right there. No, actually sounds more like hell. Not just no, hell no. That's probably Facebook right there asking me to come back. Nope. But in all fairness, I only went there like once a year anyhow to see which friends of mine died. That's about the only usefulness I have for it.
Right. I have, like I said, family. Most of my family is on there, cousins and so forth. That's the only way I can communicate with them.
Right. I get their phone numbers and call them.
Well, I'd have an expensive phone bill then if I did that, because a lot of them are overseas.
How do you not have unlimited calling? Well, the overseas stuff, you could Skype though and see each other.
I've got family over in Africa.
You could Skype. Right? Isn't Skype free?
Yeah, but I don't think Africa has internet.
Depends on what part of Africa you're in. South Africa does. Kenya does. Egypt does, sure. It depends on, you know, yeah, sure, if you're in the middle of the friggin' Liberia, maybe not. You know? But most of Africa has the internet.
Where's my harvester? There it is.
90% of this world has a smartphone, whether it be an iPhone or a Galaxy. 90%. Yeah. Just to give you an idea of, you know. But at the same token, most people in Tibet have a smartphone, but they use it to take selfies because they don't have internet. So there are parts that don't have good internet, you know.
Let's see which way I need to go. Let's go to the opposite. Let's not get tangled up on that wall. Go up this way. Dreamer boy, how you doing?
I've seen a picture of a snow-covered city, and I knew that snow was in Funny Bone's vicinity, so I just sent him the picture. Coming soon to a neighborhood near you.
Wow.
You could send it to Tiny too. You send it to Tiny.
I sent it to Oculus, and he's like, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, the only thing me and Charles really have to worry about is freezing rain. That's about the worst thing we get in my area is possible freezing rain. What about you, Charles? You get freezing rain in your place every 15 years or so?
The 1 year that the 1 year we got 5 inches of snow that 1 year.
Well, we got it twice a couple of years ago. We got 6 inches, then another 6 inches like 2 weeks later. You know, but I mean, that probably won't happen again in my lifetime.
Right.
I thought we might would have got some this year, but we didn't. And fortunate enough with the nice warm temperatures, so forth, but the nighttime temperatures is what's but kills it sometimes.
Well, it should be there nice. It should be nice tonight, right? I mean, it's nice here. Very comfortable. It's probably 60 degrees out there. I'll tell you right now. So one time it's not telling me, right? 55, it says.
Yes, I do like John Deere. I have John Deere on this farm. I just don't have a John Deere harvester.
I like John
on this
Deere.
farm.
I just don't like Dear John.
Oh boy.
Everyone knows that Dear John is a letter with you that your wife is leaving you, right? That's what it means.
Most cases.
That's what a Dear John letter is. It's a letter your wife gives you when she's leaving you.
Dear John.
The reason it's John is John Doe, John and Jane
Right.
Doe.
I know what it is.
Yeah, if it was a male, it'd be Dear Jane. Sorry when I have to explain my jokes. Sorry. I like John Deere, but I don't like Dear John. Did you see our new Secretary of Health yet, Lionheart? No. Oh, punch it in on your phone. Say, Secretary of Health. Is it worth seeing? Yes. 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 Absolutely. It's worth seeing.
It just depends. The only time I experience lag is when I'm in a multiplayer.
Wow.
You do realize that that's a guy, right, Lionheart?
Yeah.
You do
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't look physically or mentally healthy. It doesn't.
No.
Not the person I would go to for any advice about health.
Yeah.
Oh, the only sad part about this is the whole world's gonna be laughing at us, as they should. We're an embarrassment to the world, man. Oh no.
If they don't already have it, there's nothing going to be transgender bathrooms popping up.
That is a real problem, man. I'm sorry, but that is a real problem. I mean, I don't care about Joe Biden being president or Trump being president. I could care less. Great, make Nancy Pelosi president. See if I really give a good care. I could care less. They're all corrupt. What the hell's the matter to me? Which corrupt person's in there? But that, for Secretary of Health, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's a problem. You know?
Alright, need to get my dump truck over here.
Yeah, I hope I'm not sounding mean to anybody, you know, or, you know, but seriously?
Yeah.
Detach that. Grab the dump bed. But before I get over that far, out of there, I need to check my gardens up here real quick.
Well, my Sosnovka map is finally starting to look a little different. It's gonna take a while before it looks really different, but it's looking a little different now. Oh, I really need a lot of money to make the map look different. That's an expensive feature.
Yeah, it is.
I figure $3 million, $4 million before I buy the land. So I need a lot of cows. It's easy to do a logging, you know? It's really easy to make a map look, you know, different logging because you make a lot of money off the logging. Oh my gosh, 17, you make a fortune off of logging.
Yeah, you can.
You know, I can get anywhere from $1,000 to $8,000 per tree.
Yeah.
You know, with that Scorpion King, I can now whack out $100,000 an hour every hour. And that's slacking off.
The same with the graphical port.
Right.
Hook it up to a tractor or semi or something. Take it over to the mill pond over there.
Make a fortune. You can do that with your bales of silage too, right? I mean, you can make a fortune off of that.
Yeah.
They pay a ridiculous amount of money for that. Like, if they paid that in real life, everybody would be doing it. You know? Guys making $100,000 a year would quit their job to go do that.
Oh, he's over there.
I gotta plow everything. You know, it seems like I'm plowing every other day, man. I plow all my fields at once, Lionheart, so they all come up at the same time. So when the first field needs to be plowed, I know all of them need to be plowed. And it just feels like every other day I'm plowing, man. You know?
Yeah.
Because the fields are small because of Sazanafka.
Yeah.
Ah.
Are you using the 6-meter plow, or or the triangular one?
No, I'm using the 6-meter weaver or weaver or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that triangular one. You know, they got one that's bigger. You know, I think it's like 10 millimeter or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's only doing 6 miles an hour. You know, and the other one's actually quicker because, even though it's smaller, because it's doing 10 miles an hour. Which is less stress on my tractor. You know, it's faster I can get it done.
What about the case one?
I still find that weaver is the best one in 17. I mean, before that one came out, I was using the triangles because the straight lines, you know, they're just horrible.
Yeah.
They're just horrible to use. I mean, that's too old school.
Yeah. You don't want to be miserable on real farm and professional farmer then.
That's all they have?
Yep.
Professional Farmer by UGI? The game Professional Farmer? That's one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. The only game that I can think that's worse than that one is E.T. from Atari.
Professional Farmer, American Dream, and Real Farm.
Professional Farm is horrible, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would play that.
I bought it when it was on sale and
yeah, it's still a
didn't
mistake.
care for it. Yeah.
They should have paid you to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, UGI did a horrible job on that game, man. I'm sorry, but I'm truthful with that. That is one of the worst games of all time.
Real Farm was bad too.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, you go to hire workers instead of being able to see the hired workers, stuff like that, and the entire piece of equipment disappears and kicks you out of the combine or the tractor, and you don't see them until they finish.
Oh my gosh. Now, Tiny was telling me about another farming simulator that's good, but it's a little more detailed than this. Like,
that's more like with Pure Farming.
What is it?
Pure Farming?
Pure Farming 18 is a good game.
Yeah, I heard Tiny was telling me that it was a good game.
Pure Farming 18 is a good game, yeah.
Which, you know, if they don't knuckle down and do better Giants next time on 21, which is probably where I'll go.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to put up with another farming simulator 19, that's for sure. I'd have to have my head examined. But I'm going to pre-order it, just the same.
Right.
And the reason I'm going to do it is, even though I shouldn't, is because they respond to their people good. No, really seriously. If you have a problem with one of these games and you contact them, you won't have a problem with it.
Huh.
They will do their best to fix it and fast. You know, which is way better than any other company. So just because of that, I will support their game. Whether or not I play their game is up to them. I waited a long time to get to this. That was silly. Silly. Inefficient. And well, and I've got 3/4 of my field plowed and I haven't even started to sow it yet. That's silly. T-Dog, what's going? You need to get rid of that God with a capital G, bro. I think I keep telling you this, and you're not believing me. That is a really scary thing to do. Lion High, you gonna put your name as God with a capital G on the end of it? No, me neither, man. I'm gonna pass on that one.
What you want there, Betty?
If I wasn't your friend, I wouldn't say anything. I would let you just keep getting on, getting on.
I don't know if it's your foot.
How do you change your YouTube name? Pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah. Just gotta sign in, and then you go to edit account.
See? That's simple, and it's free, right?
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. You can put King. That'll be fine. I wouldn't put Lord or God, though. I definitely wouldn't put God. I'd put Lord long before I mean, apparently you don't have any fear, T-Dog. Apparently you don't. T-Dog Beast, that's better. I have a little bit, I'm a little afraid of something that created everything, T-Dog. You know? Sorry for my ignorance. I like T-Dog Beast. That's way better than the other name. Way better than the other name.
You're limping really bad there, Benji.
Hey, you got a new phone? What'd you get? Did you get an iPhone or a Samsung? Gosh, there should be 20
I don't
different
have
companies
either.
these days. Samsung, because it's better than iPhone. I agree, I like Samsung better too. What'd you get? Which one?
You went outside? Is that what you want?
The brand new one, the 21, is supposed to be pretty cheap,
Yeah,
man.
That's
I hope you didn't buy the $1,200 one. Because the brand new one they came out with,
come on,
is like $400 or $500 or $700, something like that. It's cheap.
the light's
And
on,
it's better.
buddy. No?
Is that the brand new one, the A11?
Samsung Galaxy Note 21, $1,200.
Yeah, that's the one you don't want to get. The brand, they just came out with one this month that's better, and it's cheap.
I've got a Galaxy Note 10 Plus.
I got a Galaxy smartphone 10 Plus. I don't think the Note and the smartphone are the same.
It was $1,000 per phone.
My phone ran me $800. Wasn't that bad. But the new phones are cheap. The brand new ones that Samsung just came out with, and they made the price reasonable because they said they felt like people couldn't afford to spend the kind of money that they were spending right now because of the COVID thing and everything, so they cut their prices down. Which goes to show you how much they're screwing us on the phones. That's all it did for me. Okay.
I still have my old Android phone.
Which fields are next?
Works just fine.
Yeah, I don't see why not, right? Samsung is Android though.
Yeah.
I mean, the S10 is still Android.
I got an actual Droid phone.
Alright. Other than a better camera, I don't know what I'm getting out of this S10 versus them $69 phones people are buying. Well, going to go.
If you look at the bottom of your phone.
Thank you. Take care, T-Dog. Yeah.
The bottom of the phone on the right, there should be a little button-looking thing.
Right.
If you push that, a pen will pop out of the phone.
On mine?
Yeah. If you have a Note 10 Plus.
I don't have a Note. I have a phone.
Oh. So I've got a Note 10 Plus, and there's a pen that pops out the bottom.
All right, how big is your phone? Is it like a tablet size, or is it like a regular phone size?
It's almost tablet size.
Okay, yeah, that's a different thing than I got. I don't have a Note. I have a phone. Does yours work as a phone?
Yeah, it works as a phone.
How much did that cost you?
$1,000.
Okay.
So I'm still paying on it.
Yeah, no, I don't make no payments on nothing, man. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it. I'm done with that stuff, man. I'm tired of paying for stuff. You know, it's all great.
It's all part of the phone bill, but yeah.
My phone is completely unlocked. I want nothing to do with them owning anything. Guy tells me, goes, well, you know, technically the phone company owns the phone. I said, if your phone's unlocked and you completely own it, they own it? Oh, no, not in that case. Then you own the phone. That's your ass. Picture it. Smash it right in front of them. Well, that's the difference between owning it and not owning it, right?
My in-laws had Android phones and they wanted iPhones, and when it was time to upgrade, they got an iPhone, and they got an iPhone 7 or something.
Right. Are they happy with them?
Yeah.
Yeah? How happy they're going to be when they find out they can't get rid of Google?
Well,
Can't.
you know, they're...
I can on my Samsung. You can. They can't.
I don't understand the iPhone. I've
Oh, the
always been...
iPhone is Apple.
Yeah, I
You
know,
can't
but
get rid of Google.
the phone layout I've never...
Me neither. But iPhone is made in China by Apple, which China owns a big stake in Apple now. Whereas Samsung is South Korean, which just praised China. So you're not going to win either way. We need a new phone company. I need Nokia or something, you know? And I won't buy another Samsung because of that. But regardless, it is what it is for now. They did that about 2 months after I bought the phone. And if they had done that before I bought the phone, I wouldn't have bought their damn phone. But it's a little tricky, and you can mess up your phone if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But you can deplatform Google from a Samsung phone. You can knock them off there completely, 100%, not on your phone at all whatsoever. Facebook is real easy to knock off, and you don't have to worry about it. But you have to do a lot more than just, shut them down. There's a lot of steps you have to go through, on your phone to shut them down. Because they have a lot of underlying stuff you have to go look for to shut them off your phone completely. Twitter is easy, just shut them off. Done. Done. But Google is super tricky, and you're better off sending your phone back to Samsung if you want it done. But Samsung does it for free. They will de-Google your phone free of charge. I had to complain about free, right?
Yeah. They trade our phones in for the phones we have now. Got $100, $150 credit on the phone.
Right now, if I was to buy a new phone, I would buy Linux. And you're going to have a hard time finding it. But it is open source, 100% open source. So that means they can't sell any of your intellectual property. They can't sell any of your information. None of it. None. Because the minute they try to, all the open source for that company comes through on your phone. You can write all their code. You can write all their kind of makes it so they don't want to buy your information. Yeah. The only drawback is you can't reply on YouTube, and you can't buy any games. Because the minute that you buy a game, it's open source. It shows you the code. Right. So the games that are on there have to be monetized another way. They're not going to make money from ads, though they can. And they're definitely not going to make money selling.
I stopped playing games on my phone. I played them for a while and then just got tired of it.
I play stupid games on my phone, like Free Flow and stuff like that. Just dumb games. You know, something to take up some time.
I've spent about $100 real money on Pirate King.
$0.
That was a waste.
Yeah, I spent $0 on it. None. I'll play cribbage on there every so often. You know, something dumb.
Well, hardly ever on hardly ever on the actual Facebook looking up, you know, different pictures and stuff like that. But every now and then I'll get on there. Like, yesterday I was on there looking up, seeing what's out and stuff like that. And turns out Taco Bell has a new taco called Peptalupa.
Yeah, I heard about it. Charles was talking about it.
Pepto-Bismol taco.
Yeah, I'll be lined up for it, man. I mean, I couldn't even believe it when it came out with the shrimp line. Like, yeah, when I'm thinking shrimp, I'm thinking Taco Bell. When I'm thinking salmonella poisoning, I'm thinking Taco Bell. You know? Last thing I want to eat at Taco Bell is a dangerous food when not handled properly. Oh, I still didn't save, man. I better do that right now. Lose an hour and a half worth of work, just bing, gone, right?
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. I told a joke earlier. I was thinking about telling you, Lionheart, but now I can't remember what the heck the joke was.
That was the punchline.
That was the punchline. No, I heard a joke earlier today, and I told it to Charles when I first came on, and now I can't remember what it was. Welcome to old age, right?
I can't remember what you said when I first jumped in there.
Oh, I remember the first thing I said. Charles!
That.
Man, I was trying to hook my headset up. The damn thing was tangled up, and I was surprised to see it when I looked up. That was pretty much the first thing, right?
That was you had a rustle and tussle with your
Microphone.
whatever it was.
And it was winning. Yeah, it got tangled up.
Yeah, it's a big rig, all right. It's called
Tangled in blue.
I found it a lot easier on the smaller maps to do this. These two bad boys right here. Of course, I could try using the gator, but this is what these two right here I use on a regular basis on little small maps like these. It works rather well. You can get into tight spaces. narrow roads, or when you get... I don't think the big rig will go through town too well. I hate to do this, but he wants in. Alright. Go ahead.
Oh, what is that field? I don't think that field is soy. It is soy, okay.
The big rig will not fit underneath the bison harvester. That's why.
I don't know why I went this way. This was the long way to go. I can see over there. Cloudy morning coming. I think I'm just starting to get to where my greenhouses might actually be turning a profit.
27 with snow feels like 20.
You're making me shiver.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing, man. I was just ran a chill up my spine like I was sleeping in the same bed with my wife.
Ooh. That's not a good sign.
That one. Even my wife would laugh at that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
My temperature is 43.3 right now, present. It's still cool.
Heat wave 42 and 44 on Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
Alright, my grass can finally be cut.
I'm gonna have to get this truck underneath the spout here soon again.
I have 28 one day and the low 16 at night.
Field did not harvest, that's good. That means I can smoke a cigarette right now. I'd quit smoking, man, but I hate quitters. Teacher told me don't be a quitter. I said, okay, I won't, ma'am, I promise. Look, half my field of grass, Lionheart, did not come up the first time. So half my field is going to be cut in 2 strokes, and half of my field is going to be cut in 2.5 strokes. I don't see any real big problem picking up 2.5, right?
No.
I mean, 3 starts becoming a problem, because you know how it starts slowing down and misses the sides, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to get stuck in it at 2.5.
White Shepherd.
No.
Alright. I don't think so either. I think I'll be just fine. Now, I'm going to drop 100 cows. I figure dropping 100 cows and putting up 6 days worth of food is going to run me about 100,000 liters per item, right?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? The same?
No, it's not corn. It is.
Do you have silage made?
I made
Soybean.
200,000 liters of silage. I want to have 400,000 liters of that, and at least 500,000 liters on everything else.
Yeah.
You don't use a whole lot of silage, you know what I mean? And you don't use a whole lot of wheat. What you're going to use a lot of is grass and hay. You're going to rip through the grass and the hay. And that depends on what you use to make the silage with. You know, I use hay to make silage with. A lot of people use grass to make silage with because it's one less step, you know? I don't blame them. I just like using the hay because when I go to fill my bins, you know, I don't need to use hay. I don't have to add hay because it's going to be in my total mixed rationing, right?
Yep.
Plus it's in my silage, so I don't have to add hay. So then I just go fill a trough up with its separate trough for grass, you know, and it looks nice. So I do it strictly for looks. A lot of extra work for a little bit of look. Now I figure once I got the cows in the bin, you know, until I get over 500 cows, I don't think I really need to worry about producing more food than I'm producing. I'm producing, the minimal is the straw, obviously, and I'm producing 250,000 liters of that a day. So that's more than enough for 500 cows, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
As long as I got a stockpile going. Of straw, rather. 500,000 of everything else and 400,000 in silage. That should be fine to start out. That gives me a big jump on all of it. I should go back and do Mustang Valley for a little while, but it takes me 10 streams to get through one day, you know?
You
So
need
it's really
some help
boring
on that.
for people to watch. Oh my gosh, do I need help on that? Big time do I need help on that.
You see that
Big time.
picture, Charles, of the big bud floating in the air?
No, I didn't get a chance to take a look at that. But I will take a look at that. I got sidetracked somehow. I don't
need
know.
that kind of help. I don't need that.
That was at 8:11 a.m. in Gunner Farming Food.
I'll have to let myself a little note here. Check out picture on Gunner. 8.
And one good thing about Sazanafka, man, if I start running low on grass or hay, I can cut that anywhere. There's a lot of it on this map that isn't owned, you know?
You can cut grass anywhere.
Huh?
17 you can cut grass anywhere, whether you're on land or not.
Well, if the field is owned, you know what I mean? You can't cut that grass, even on 17. You can cut around the edges of it, but at some point it's going to say you're too close in, you know what I mean, to their farm. Which would make sense in reality. I mean, if a guy's got a farm, you know, and you say, oh, listen, man, I'll cut off the edges if I can have the grass, he's going to let you do that. So he doesn't have to do it, you know what I mean? Just saves him a job from what he has to do. Unless you're a complete goofball and he doesn't trust you. You know, you'd think Taco Bell would make like an ice cream taco or something, you know? What the hell are they doing making Pepto-Bismol?
Something. He told me it probably tastes like chalk. You would rather eat chalk.
I'd rather eat chalk. Why not? It's cheaper. Although Taco Bell's pretty damn cheap, man. That's one thing I gotta say about that company, they're cheap.
I've been deserted. I'm all by my lonesome.
I got 3 viewers, and one of them's probably you.
Yep. I don't have any viewers.
Lionheart, you watching my channel? You watching Charles' channel, or you just floating around? Floating around. Alright, so I got 2 viewers. I don't know who they are. Now I got 1. Somebody left. Was it you, Charles?
No.
Bastard. Sorry, peeps. I have a bad sense of humor, man. If you don't like it, there's only a billion other channels.
If I just could convince that all bad to watch mine, why watch his?
You know, my phone doesn't work that way.
I kind of figured that was going to be
No, actually what it is, Charles, is usually when I'm streaming, I'm charging my phone. And my phone takes 2 hours to charge. You know, like 1 hour and 53 minutes or something like that. Because during the day, there's so much going on, my phone just drains. You know, and I just don't have any phone power left by the time, and it's just a routine that I got into. But I'll work on it, see if I can't start charging it at a different time.
Well, you don't. You can leave it. You can leave it on the charger and have it close by you.
Have you seen my house?
Not really.
Well, I'm gonna make a video of my house eventually here because I'm gonna put it up on the market. You know, when I put it up on the market, I'll put it on YouTube first before I even talk to the realtor. But nonetheless, man, yeah, until you see my house, I just simply have to say, you don't know what you're talking about, man. That ain't as easy as you think. There ain't nothing I can't even leave my living room with my controller without it shutting off, bro. My rooms are that big. My living room is probably 15 feet by 30 feet. My couch, you, me, and Lionheart could all lay on the couch and none of us will touch each other.
Wow.
Sectional.
Yeah, that's the couch. I swear to you, none of us will touch each other, and I know Lionheart's 6'7", and we're not gonna touch each other, Charles. Now, if we reach out our hands, we will, but not if we just go to a normal sleeping position with our legs out. We're not touching each other.
You must have a big sectional.
Oh, in other words, I'm saying by the time I get on streaming on my thing here, my phone is down to 5%. It's done. Let's put a fork in it. It's over. You know, but I talk to a lot of people during the day on my phone, and you know, it just wears out. Yeah, I use it a lot. A lot of people, I talk to a lot of people during the day. I probably say, I would probably assume that I say over 10,000 words a day. That's how much I have to speak. Seriously, man. And yeah, I'm not lying about that. I'm telling you the truth. I have to talk a lot. Everyone feel bad for me now.
My tiniest fiddle plays for you.
Darn. Darn. Oh. Now, when I make the silage, Lionheart, if I make one bin out of grass and one bin out of hay, it doesn't matter, right? It's still silage at the end of the day.
I don't know how that works on 17.
17. You still there, Lionheart?
Yeah.
Did you understand the question?
Not really.
Okay, let's say I make 200,000 liters out of hay. Then I make 200,000 liters out of grass. Does it matter later on if I put them in the same pile? They're both still just silage, right?
I thought the silage was a fermented grass to start with.
It is. Well, you can use, I use hay to make it, but I'm pretty sure you can use grass too. I don't think you have to use hay. You might have to use hay though, I don't know. Every map is different on this game. Some things you can get away with on some maps you can't get away with on others.
I thought hay was a dried product.
Well, hay is what
already.
you're supposed to use to make silage. You know, in reality, you're supposed to use hay. You know, but some of the maps allow you to use grass.
Use hay, straw, and silage.
Do you use hay and straw?
Yeah, I use hay, straw, and silage.
Alright, I just use straight up hay.
I mean, for TMR, use hay, straw, and silage. For silage, you use grass.
Right, I'm using hay instead of grass.
What to do? Turn the hay into chaff?
I turn the grass into hay, which is just dried out grass. That's all that it is. But when grass is wet and you go to make silage out of it, it should be running, you know, because the grass is wet. When the grass is dry, you know, I mean, I would think that if you were making silage, and I'll ask in town here, but if I think you were making silage, you would make it out of hay, not grass. Because it just seems to be a better product, you know, you're going to be running over with your tires over and over and over, you know. But I don't know. It's one of the questions now I'm gonna seek out and find out what the right answer is to that.
I see a lot of people using corn silage to make
Use straw?
No, corn.
Use corn?
Yeah, forage. Use your forage harvester on corn to make silage in the bunker. It's a special
That
process.
actually
See what it
confuses
does. It takes the corn, converts it into chaff,
me.
and then you
Right.
put it into the bunker, compact it, cover it, and it turns into silage.
Oh, so they're using shaft. They're not using corn.
Yeah. Well, they're using
Yeah,
corn and turned it into chaff.
right.
They don't
They're using shaft
see.
though.
But you don't. You don't. What happens is you don't
You
get to
don't get a
harvest the
corn
corn.
harvest.
You don't get a corn harvest.
Right. Well, yeah, but that doesn't even make any sense. That would be real expensive, man. Corn pays a pretty good amount of money, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, yeah, every 100,000 liters you're throwing away, you know, what?
all
$80,000?
all that corn that's mixed in with that chaff, the cows are still going to get that corn.
Yeah, but this is a game. It doesn't matter what the hell they're eating in reality because they don't exist. You know, so a game, the only thing that's really happening is you're throwing away $80,000 approximately per 100,000 liters of silage.
Well, see, the only way is, in reality, if you really wanted to get technical about it, you can rake up that. But I don't see how that's possible on a corn harvester. See, in the old days, before all this equipment came out and so forth, they would cut the corn down,
Right.
tie it
They
up
would
into
leave the corn.
shocks, and bring the shocks in, husk the corn, then took a special machine and chopped it up that way. I'm trying to remember the name of the piece of equipment we had on our farm, but it was a fixed piece of equipment. It was not a mobile piece, and
Right.
it ran by a belt off the tractor or a motor that was converted into a belt driven. And what you do, you would lay the corn stalks on it on the conveyor that goes through the chopper that way to chop it up for
Right.
forage. Because we never compacted our forage. We just chopped it up. We
Makes
called
sense.
it corn fodder. We called it corn fodder instead of silage. Because we always would husk the corn, put it in the corn crib, and let it cure. Because we had pigs, and chickens, and cows, and goats.
Right.
So he took the corn and the oats, took it to the mill, and had some extra ingredient, vitamins and minerals added into it. That's what they called sweet stock, and that's what we fed our cattle and our horses and goats with was this mixture of oats and corn and a couple other ingredients added. It was just cheaper for us to grow our own corn and oats.
Right.
Where are you going?
That makes sense.
You're done in this field. Why are you going backwards? I think my dump truck's full. Not yet.
Planting oilseed radish on Eureka Farm.
Alright, let's get rid of this corn. Go down the road.
Save again. It's been another half an hour. Dun 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 dun. Dun. I have not seen a belt-driven open motor thing in 40 years, I'll bet. I saw a show the other day where these old coots out in the middle of the woods were still using a belt-driven saw they had connected up to a car tire. Yeah, they had a car motor and it had one rim on it. It had a belt connected to the rim that was running a saw. I was running it. I was like, now that's some old school right there. That's some ingenuity. That's some ingenuity. You got to admit, that's some old school stuff right there.
Watched the blue screen for a couple minutes. I gotta reply to a message. Apparently he doesn't pay no attention to see what I'm doing. He don't even look. He just sends an invite.
Yay, another field going down.
Okay, I'll be right back. I need to get another cup of coffee.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna choke you, Charles. I've been wanting a cup of coffee since the last time you got a cup of coffee, and I still didn't get one. So what's your favorite map on 17, Lionheart? Oops, you still there? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know.
I know which one's my favorite. My favorite is Mustang Valley, because it's the most challenging one.
Alright, I'm back.
What's your favorite map on... Oh, you don't even have 17, do you, Charles? I mean, you haven't really played...
Yeah, I got
until
17.
19, right?
I have 17.
What's your favorite map?
What's my favorite map?
Yeah.
I really haven't played any of
What's
them.
Aunt Jemima's favorite map? Of course, yes, your favorite map.
We all know it's Mustang Valley.
Yeah, me too, man. Mustang Valley.
Like South American Creamery. Or South Creamy Mountain or something. South Mountain Creamery is what it was.
Is that gone now?
No, it's still on there. By Black Sheep Modding.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, I wish they'd bring that map to 19, but...
Don't be careful what you wish for. They brought Saznafka to 19 and Tiny tells me it's terrible.
It's not bad.
Huh?
It's not bad.
It's not bad?
No.
Well, Tiny doesn't like it.
They brought the Zorn home from 15 to 19. Goldcrest from 15 and 17 to
Well,
19.
look at Giants Island,
Goldcrest isn't on 15.
2009.
Yeah.
Goldcrest is on 15? I don't think so.
No. Well, no. Goldcrest
I don't think it is. I think it's on 13.
The Goldcrest from 17 to 19.
Right. But I've also heard that Goldcrest on 19 is terrible too.
Yeah, they've had several updates. Giants Island.
Giants Island is 2009.
Farming Legend from FS11 to FS19.
I have never played any of them before 15. So anything that's before 15, I don't know anything about. Just being honest. And
Well,
the odd reason that I bought this game in the first place was because a bunch of old men were sitting around here and I just moved out here and they were talking about farming and stuff at the restaurant that I sit at and eat lunch with them at, and I had no idea what any of them were talking about and I felt like a complete idiot. And the next day I was walking through Walmart and they had this game called Farming Simulator 15, and I said, you know what, there's got to be something I can learn from this game.
Well, you can.
And that's how I ended up with the game. That's how
If I was the person that was in charge of the education department for vocational agriculture in high school, I would make this game here.
I would not make 19.
Required.
I would not on 19. I would on 17, not on 19. Too many things in 19 that aren't reality. Like 500,000 liter shit. You know, 500,000 liter harvester. I mean, come on. You know, there's no way that's ever going to exist. That's just, you know, too massive. You know, but yeah, if they stuck to the rules, you know what I mean, then yeah. I mean, you can learn something about it, but if these people are living in the city, you know, but if they're out in the country, this game would be kind of silly, wouldn't it? Charles?
Oh, I don't know. Like I said.
Oh, you're a country boy.
Yeah, I'm a country boy, and I just said what I just said it. I would make this game a requirement.
Yeah, but don't people belong to like Future Farmers of America and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Future Farmers of America. I was in it.
Right. Me too. You know, everybody out in the country was in it. You know, only city folk don't know what we're talking about. Men learn how to ride bulls and women learn how to shear sheep. That's all there is to it. That's all there is. It's like home economics. I also belong to the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts, but I did not join the Weeblos, and I don't think I need to explain why. I think the name says it all. I am not joining a community that's called We Blow and I gotta go to school. We're just asking to get beat up every day. Do you play a lot of Sosnofka Lionheart on 17?
Yeah.
Do you happen to remember how much the train holds? No. I think I put 147 in at one time and it held all of it. And I know on most of the maps it maxes out at 120.
Had to get on there the other day to help Charles figure out something with this silo.
Yeah. I don't understand why. Well, it was buried in the road.
Sosnofka?
No, on John's Island.
What's the silo doing buried in the middle of the road?
The,
How did that happen?
the trigger was under the road, and he wasn't able to get anything out of it.
I was able to get out of it, but just wasn't able to get it in that big trailer. That was the thing.
How did it end up under the road in the first place?
Placement.
Why did you put it there?
It looked good there. It was working.
It looked good. It was an interesting place, man. And that's in 19 or 17?
17.
Okay.
I was on Giant's Island.
Yeah, there's nothing you can really do on 17 about that. At least in 19 you could have adjusted the land. You know, sunk it down a little bit. On 19, I guess it's just your L screwed.
Probably use flat land if possible.
Yeah, that's what I do. I put everything on flat land. If I can.
Or there's nothing flat about Giant's Island.
There is flat areas on there. The main farmyard is flat. You took everything off of it, or whatever, everything that you could place it somewhere over there, or over where the BGA is pretty flat. The
sheep area is fairly flat, yeah. Johnny G. I like the map, I'll be honest with you, I really do. The thing is, you don't want big equipment on here, that's for sure.
Why is that?
The roads are narrow, there's some tight areas.
What do you think, Lionheart?
Somewhat.
You think the area is too tight for big equipment on Giant Sound?
I've used big equipment on Giant Sound. He's on Klienseelhiem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on
19. It's a really small map.
Germany G says, what's up?
Germany G! I remember I go on Germany G's channel. I had no idea he was using two different names, and I was talking to him about Germany G. I was talking to him.
Well,
like,
what I did with this map here, took a brief look at it, closed her down, and opened it back up because I knew automatically I was going to be doing something with this map. So what I did is I took all the equipment, sold it all but the John Deere tractor. I kept the John Deere tractor. I think the Bison fits this map fairly well. And for the harvester.
Right. Hey, ask Germany G. Well, listen to what Germany G replies. Tell me what he replies. If I
He can hear you.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Tell me what he replies.
Okay.
If I play Rocket League, do I have to go through like a tutorial thing where I have to level up to get to where he's at in Rocket League, or can you just join right in?
You get that question, Germany G? Might help if I get on the other side of the field here. Uh-oh. Now I know why I wanted this field. Trees in the field. You can jump right in, but be careful. If you're rank, you'll be at the bottom of the food chain.
Okay. So ask him, what level rank should I get to before I jump in? In other words, I want to join him in his games, but I need to know what level I really need to be at. I don't mind putting some time into the game. 100 hours gaming ain't nothing to me.
He says it's not training is not recommended. I mean, no need for training. It is recommended, though.
Okay. Ask him what level I want to be. Well, listen to the reply on what level he thinks I should be before I get in here.
Why don't we just pull him into the chat?
He's welcome to come into the chat. Send him an invite. Yeesh. That'd be like the smartest thing to do.
Yeah.
Nobody said I was smart.
No, you're just all bad. That's all. Oh my. I think he's on his phone. Or laptop, one of the two. Right. Yeah, I'm sending it as soon as I find him. Well, that's strange.
Only one, exactly.
I ain't down far enough then. What?
Get this done yet. Alright, everyone watch the blue boxes for a second. I'm gonna do this.
Really?
Add players. was hard to do, Charles.
Well, I went down too far. The missus is sleeping.
Alright, yeah, I've run into that before with him. Tell him, you know, I'll try to catch up with him tomorrow when he's streaming or something and talk about this.
He says he'd love to talk to you about it.
Good. Yeah, I'll come into a stream tomorrow when I catch him. You know, talk about it. Get it figured out.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Sunday. Nope, I won't catch up with you tomorrow on a Germany G. I'm gonna be watching football.
I thought he streamed Monday and Friday.
Alright.
Well, he streams just about every day. I see every now and then.
Yeah, he does long streams. He puts his ugly mug on there. Or he shows the wheel. Sorry, I'm only teasing Germany, G. You don't have an ugly mug. You don't have an ugly My sense of humor is going to get me killed one day. Someone's just going to put me to sleep.
Said he will try to be live on Sunday.
I can't do it Sunday. I'm going to be watching football. The Buccaneers are in the playoffs. If I don't watch that game, my wife is going to kill me. I'm not going to have control of the TV. I like to think that I.
He's saying there's no worries. He says no, there's no worries.
Yeah, I definitely do not wear the pants around my house, bro. I'm not the smartest person in my house. I'm not the bravest person in the house. That would both be my wife. The way she talks to huge men the size of Lionheart scares the shit out of me. Yeah, my wife looked at me one day, she said, "Show me a pair of your pants." I went and grabbed a pair of my pants, she put them on. She said, "Now try to put a pair of mine on." I said, "I can't, they're too small." She said, "Well, then you know who wears the pants around this house."
Wow.
Now, my wife graduated with 2 PhDs from the University of Illinois. She's definitely smarter than I am. Paper will say so.
You done? Watch the blue boxes.
You're out of there?
No, I saw you with.
No, I'm still going along.
Oh, you
Still
must have went.
puzzling.
You must have went out on the. Oh, I'm that far behind. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Jeez. You're all the way back to when I put the blue
Yeah.
boxes up to get
Yeah.
Germany G.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
No way. That's way back, man. That had to be 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. There's no BTA on this map. There's no animal pens on this map. I had to place the doormat at one of the houses here in town here, close to Field 11. All you got is there's a silo over here, and I placed a couple silos over here in this area here, and the rest is grasslands, woods, and everything else. Duly note when you go into the forest area, if you're going to do any forestry, you're going to be dealing with some shrubbery that the only thing that's going to take it out of there is the T-Rex or a chainsaw.
Okay.
And normally the chainsaw doesn't take them bushes out very well. Because I took the T-Rex in there so I could place this one wind turbine over here on this one, in the middle of this one field over here. It was all forest area. And I wanted to put, the other two wind turbines do not provide an income because they're just a decoration on the map.
I was wondering about that.
That's like getting that big sound at the end of a game show. Wah, wah, wah. You lose.
So I had to make it look like there was another wind turbine in here on this map. There's two of them on this map, so I added a third one. The third one, the one I added, provides the income.
There was an early game with Mario in it. And it was early, like Donkey Kong time, like right after Donkey Kong, real early. And Mario wasn't Mario then. You know what I mean? That wasn't his name. I think originally it was Luigi, something like that. It wasn't Mario. But anyhow, he was a Jewish guy, and whenever you died, he'd go, oi, 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 oi. Yeah, he wasn't Italian, he was Jewish. It was funny, man. I had to drop $10 in that game just to listen to him die. And this is going back, I want to say 1983 was about the time I saw that game. And I only saw it in one place one time, never saw it again. So you can make of that what you will, but that's the harsh reality. Saw it once, one place, never saw it again.
Yeah, it is. It holds a lot too, don't it? Come on. Get going here. I don't need the lights on during the day here. Hit the right button.
Well, we got several fields plowed today, Charles.
Cool.
Yeah. About half the map. Half of my map. Of the land that I have. Got plowed. Halfway done with that process. That's gonna make it all the way down the field again for sure.
Spent a lot of time on American Outback Special Edition.
Me too. I made 2 sides of town. You remember that, Lionheart? I made out of The Simpsons. One side was Springfield, and what's the other town where they're all rich? Yeah, The Simpsons live in Springfield, and then there's that town on the side of them that's rich. I made the other town that way. So I made one side real rich and made all the land look really nice, and on the other side I threw trees and stuff on top of the houses, so they're crack houses and stuff. And it just depends on which side of the river you live on. One side's beautiful and the other side's trashy. Yes, I have a poor sense of humor. If you don't like it, there's a billion other channels out there, my friends. A billion. Just save again. Because I definitely do not want to do this again. I should turn off plowing completely, but it will just erase the value of the game, you know? That would kind of be like cheating, wouldn't it? No plowing? What do you think, Lionheart?
That would be a little bit.
Yeah, just a tad. May as well take a money cheat, same thing. That bastard's not gonna make it down there. Son of a dog. Come on, truck, move. We are in trouble, truck. I miscalculated.
This is gonna be tricky coming up the other side of this.
Oh, wait a minute, 14.5. Maybe I will make it. Ooh, it's gonna be close. How far down the field am I? No, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm outside smoking a cigarette, driving my truck. This looks sloppy, I'm sorry, I'm outside.
I hate to break it to you, he is not on FS19 there, Germany G. He won't, he said he won't go back to it.
Gotta be talking to me, right?
I'm talking, yeah, Germany G. He said, has all bad tried the precision farming?
Nope, won't do 19. All done with it. Too many problems, too many hours, too many problems. I get 150, 200 hours into a map and something goes horribly wrong. And I just don't feel like doing it again. I've got 300-400 hours in that game and no completions yet. And I'm not gonna try again. Tired of it. Love the company. But like I said, the best singer in the world is not gonna have a hit song on every song. Not gonna have a hit. Not all the songs on the album are gonna be hit songs. Let's put it that way. Gonna have flops in there, and I consider 19 a flop compared to 17. Great company though, really good. And so I'm gonna pre-order 21. Whether I like it or not is irrelevant. I'm gonna back the company up because they're a great company. If that makes any sense to anybody out there. I do support companies. Regardless if I play their games or not. Truck hit the harvester. Oh, I'm a mess. Oh, anybody seen any good movies lately on Amazon that I might want to see?
I don't watch my movies.
That they really do. They have a lot more movies than Netflix has. Plus, the Amazon Prime thing, when you place orders, on Amazon, it's good to have Prime. Because it saves you a bunch of money on shipping and stuff like that. So the $12 a month I'm spending on Prime, to me, does a lot more for me than, $10 a month or $8 or $9, whatever it is a month I'll be spending on Netflix. And I'm a cheap bastard. I try to find the cheapest way out of everything. I do, man. I'm not lying about that. I'm one of them dads, you know what I mean? If the thermostat moves a hair, I hear it from a mile away. Like, I admit it, But I like spending money on things like when I make beef stew, I don't use stew beef. I use London broil.
Ooh.
So I mean I use ribeye, sorry, not London broil, I use ribeye. So I mean, I'd rather spend a few extra dollars on some good cuts of meat than on a movie, you know what I mean? So I'm cheap in some ways and not in other ways. Like we have a hospital here in town. We're a really small town, and we have a hospital. And they wanted to raise the sales tax, up one more penny to help pay for the hospital. And I said, well, technically that's a great thing, but there's a lot of people on welfare here. And if you raise their food up 10%, they're going to eat, because that's what it would have been, they're going to eat 10% less. Better food, and that's just going to put more people in the hospital. Right? I mean, if they're not eating good, they're more likely to end up in the hospital. But I think that Mississippi is going to 0 tax, and I think Alabama is going to 4%. to try to get business to come this way. That'd be awesome, right? How would you like to pay 0 tax when you go to the store? What the price is what the price is. That'd be a nice change, wouldn't it? What's your sales tax?
7.
What's your sales tax, Charles?
It depends on what it is.
Food.
I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2%.
2%? I am paying 11% tax here on food. 11%.
Don't quote me
That's
on
ridiculous.
that. Let me take a look here. I can find out real quick for you.
It's ridiculous here at 11%, but my property tax is almost 0. I mean, I'm paying hardly anything for property tax, so I guess, you know, you gotta look at it 2 different ways, but that 11% sales tax is certainly killing Alabama for getting new business in. It needs to stop. It's absolute silliness.
Well, that don't give that information there. On alcohol beverages is 8% at the supermarket. I have to look at another one here.
Some places have 0 tax on food, but then we'll have a tax on things like, you know, other things like laundry detergent. That's not food.
That's not food. Okay, here we go. Here's one. Food tax is 4%. Non-food tax is 8%.
Right. So we're paying a high thing, but then again, you got to remember, I'm only paying $1,100 a year on property taxes, and if you count the square footage of my house, the square footage of the garage, and the square footage of the gazebo, I'm over 5,000 square feet easy. Easy. You know, and then 3 acres of land. So I mean, the taxes here, the property taxes are way reasonable.
Good night. Have a good sleep, but there, buddy.
You said that almost like you were angry at him.
No.
You have a good sleep there, buddy. Go ahead, buddy. You just have a good sleep there, pal.
Oh boy.
Well, it didn't it, Lionheart? You made it be a little too positive on that. You have a good sleep, buddy.
Never mind him, River Boy. Never mind him. He's in rare form.
I'm just telling the truth, pal. You gotta listen how Charles talks, man. You gotta listen.
Oh boy, oh boy.
That's why I hate typing messages, man. Oh my gosh, man. You cannot type exactly how you feel. People need to hear your tone and look at your hands and your eyes when you're talking, you know? I can give an idea for you. Here's one. Hey, go F yourself. Hey man, go F yourself. Go F yourself. You know, all 3 of them are different. All 3 of them are different. You can't type a message and people understand what the heck you're talking about.
Oh boy. Now I got a streak of corn here I gotta recover.
Then they got the I right near the O, and you wouldn't think of much of it until you're writing to a woman. And you go to write, hi, whoever, and you write, ho, whoever. You know, like women don't like being called ho. Women don't like
Oh,
Has
you
any
guys
of
have a
you,
good night.
Alright.
Lionheart? God bless, man. It was good chatting with you,
You
man.
too. Yeah.
Have you ever done that by accident, Charles?
What's that?
Texted ho instead of hi?
Not that I recall.
Well, the O is right near the I, man. It's real easy to do. Real easy to do. I have done it a couple times, man. And it is an embarrassing thing to do.
The eye, oh yeah, they are side by side.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
And I type fast, man. I type like 90 words a minute, man. I'm quick type. You know, and the letters are so small, you know, that I often miss a letter, you know, and it'll write ho on me instead of hi. Oh.
Well, this is where I'm gonna cut my stream. I'm already at 2:08. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping in. And it's,
Don't pay attention to Orbad. He's a mess.
I'm
He
gonna let
can't
you
even write
guys
hi.
all have a good evening. Donnie, no. Oh, how are you, Donnie? I'll hang around for a little bit for you.
I still
What you
gotta
been up
finish this
to?
field out.
Well, I'll tell you what, the controls are so totally different between the two games. Get playing on FS17 a couple days in a row like that got me all confused for the 19 controls. Of course, that don't take much to confuse me.
Me neither.
Before I get too far over in this field over here. You just missed Lionheart a little bit ago.
Yeah, like by about 2 minutes. He just left.
Alright. Have a good night. Sleep tight. I'm out of here. Watch the white boxes. And this sure ain't blue boxes.
They are for me.